looking at structures and markings we need to know with the sphenoid bone. Remember, that's our bat-shaped bone. Looking from the interior view, we've got the greater wings, the lesser wings, the sella turcica. That translates to Turkish saddle, if you can imagine a little guy sitting across the saddle here. And it provides a seat for the pituitary gland. The pterygoid processes, you look from the inferior view. So these structures here, let me see here, these are our pterygoid processes of that sphenoid bone. So see, it's coming all the way down here. Here's our pterygoid processes on either side. Switch back to interior view. We've got the optic canal here on either side. It's a passageway for our optic nerve going to the eye, an ophthalmic artery. My lighting keeps getting poor. And then we've got the foramen rotundum here, foramen ovale, foramen spinosum. So rotundum, ovale, spinosum, ROS. That can help you remember. So the rotundum is an opening for a branch of our trigeminal nerve, as is the ovale. And then the spinosum, we have blood vessels that pass through here. If we flip it to the other side, we can see ovale and spinosum. This little hole here as well. And then if you look back on the inside, down here on either side of that saddle of the sella turcica, we have the foramen lacerum and our carotid artery and auditory tube pass through here. Structures or markings in the ethmoid bone that you need to know. So here's the ethmoid bone viewed from inside the skull, and then when we were looking from the outside, our ethmoid bone, this perpendicular plate of the ethmoid bone on either side here. We have our middle nasal concha, and then that interior view, sorry, the lighting is a little off here. So here's our ethmoid bone. We have the running down the center here. We have the crista galli, kind of like a little ridge. And then on either side, the cribriform plate. So all those different structures make up that ethmoid bone. if we take an anterior view of this bone again, so just to orient you again, so here's our sphenoid here. We can actually see a portion of it. Here. And you can see two fissures here. We've got superior orbital fissure and inferior orbital fissure. And these are sites where nerves are going to be able to pass through. And with this skull, we can also view on our mandible. Here we have our infraorbital foramen. And then on our zygomatic bone, this portion here where we are meeting up with the temporal bone is the temporal process of the zygomatic bone. Now looking at our mandible, if we look at a medial view, we have the mandibular foramen here on either side, and we have blood vessels and nerves that would supply the teeth. We also have, if you remember our term for the chin, we have our mental foramen on either side here. Blood vessels and nerves to the chin and lower lip will pass through there. The ramus, an angle of the mandible, coronoid process, and then the mandibular condyle or condylar process. Remember, that's what is going to articulate with that mandibular fossa of the temporal bone.